All right there, everybody. Welcome to our live trading webinar for tonight and this week. So please bear in mind that all forms of trading bears a risk of loss. So ensure that you have done all your due diligence. Be aware of the risks associated with each trading strategy, how they differ, all right, and know your risk before deciding to place or follow any of the trades live right inside your own accounts. Okay. Right now, so let me fill all of you up with our trading ranges. All right. I'm not sure if any of you noticed, but I believe that this week, all right, we literally almost had, all right, 19 plus dollar range. Did anyone did the exact calculation? I remember I saw 19 plus, but I can't recall the exact figure. Right. But I do have the price levels on my charts. All right. So let me type it out to you. All right. So the upper target for this week is 691, right? 88. All right, and the lower target for this week is 6. Wow, it's really low. All right, so we literally really almost have a $20 range to trade, right, for this week itself. All right, 1950, right, Daryl? My memory didn't fail me, everybody. Thank you. All right, now, and question: when was the last time any of you kind of realized that we had this kind of ranges for a week? Market is literally expecting a plus minus 200 point move. That's what I'm saying. All right. When do you think was the last time we had this kind of expectations on the market? I wouldn't say exactly tariffs, but would you say it is literally almost a year ago? Also, sometime in March when all this started. Would you agree if I say it that way? Yes, right? Okay, because last year, March, right, market started to get a little bit uncertain, right, before the final sell-off and final sucker punch came in April, right, the tariff event, right? Okay, but we are 1 year later, and we are, I don't know, deja vu. All right, if you call it, is it deja vu? I don't know, but you get my point, yeah. All right, so we are back to that point, and market does look like it's behaving very similarly, right, to what we experienced last year again. Would all of you agree if I say it that way? All right, yes. Okay, now, so with that, all right, it clearly tells us that we need to remain light. All right, so many of you are wondering, Terence, you're not really exactly loading up very heavy. Yeah, of course, because if you look at the market conditions right now, it is really not a kind of condition that allows you or screams at you, hey, go put all your money in. No, because can you imagine if you did something like that before tariff last year, then, you got slapped. You got slapped too hard. Yeah, okay, you don't want to do it a second time because you have experienced it once. So, we need to make a little bit more careful decisions over here, right? Which is why we trade in the way we did. Okay, now, so with that said, all right, let's get to the markets, all right, and a summary of how the market looks like. So all of you are now seeing my Tiger platform over here, and we hit, we come down, we hit, we come down, we hit, we come down, we hit, we come down again. All right. So all the market has done is nothing. Can you see that? All right. And this actually winds up getting more and more risky. All right. If I put it that way. Now, why? Because all of you have heard me talk about this thing called dynamic hedging in big size trades. All right. And what these dynamic hedgings are doing, right, is the part where traders are very comfortable if the market stays in this range, right? But if the market were to break, right, you saw the last time, right, last week itself, right, what happens when it breaks? Okay, when it breaks, it kind of goes into the abyss because during today is Wednesday, right? During Monday, right, the market literally threw itself into an abyss because of oil spikes and oil prices, right, before it heavily rebounded. Now, so there's a lot to be shocked, right, about Monday's price action if you actually watch it intraday, right? It will be things that you kind of didn't expect the market was capable of doing. Now, you kind of know that it has the ability to do that, but if you were watching how the market moved, right, it wouldn't have crossed your mind that the market would absolutely reverse 100-point down opening, right, to close positive. I don't know. Right? Based on my 20 years of experience, you've seen very rare occasions of that happening. But we have seen it quite a couple of times over the last year itself. Right now, so as much as it is over here, right, market is as crazy as it is. So we need to trade lightly, we need to trade cautiously, we need to trade very carefully, right? But it doesn't mean that we can't trade, right? We just need to know how to do it, right? So it's a whole new world out there, right? And it's a whole new world facing us, right? So we just need to make sure that we make the right choices, okay? I hope you did enjoy today's session, and I hope there was something that you were able to pick up and learn to make you a better trader as well. So on my part, thank you very much for being here. Thank you and bye.